Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to come on and do a video and speak directly to anybody who has ever been ghosted or had somebody just abruptly decide that for whatever reason, you no longer had a place in their life and you were kind of the last to find this information out. It hurts. And we're very quick sometimes to blame ourselves and kind of question ourselves. Well, maybe if I would have done this different, or I would have said that, or not said that, maybe they would have stuck around. Maybe it's something that I did. No. They are showing you who they are. And they're showing you that had that relationship continued, this is what you would have gotten yourself into, as somebody who can't communicate. And I don't even want to say that they can't communicate. They choose not to communicate. They choose that it's okay for me to just up and leave your world. No rhyme or reason, for whatever reason they saw fit. And there isn't a reason, a justifiable reason why anybody should ever make another person feel that way. And what I have found is that a lot of times these people end up coming back, and it could be weeks, but a lot of times it's months. And I don't know if they have some kind of sixth sense going on or what the heck the case is, but it's almost like they do it when you're at your best. You've really worked past them. You're feeling good. You're focusing on other things. They may not even be too much of a blip on your radar anymore. And then wha-bam, they come floating back into your world like Casper the frickin' Friendly Ghost. Don't allow it. If you can do this self-reflection after that time has come where they originally blew you off, ghosted you, whatever, it's going to help you become the person that when they do come back, you have built up your self-esteem. You have built up your self-worth. And you are stronger then to be able to say, no, you know what, maybe I can get the answers out of you that I want, but I do not need to have you back in my life again. And that might be hard for some of us because, like I said, we might look at them through rose-colored glasses that they've changed or they've done some growing and they are regretful of how they treated us. And that might be the case. They might kind of regret it. I don't know. But 9 times out of 10, no. They're coming back for a reason, and rarely is it a good one. Maybe they're looking for a hookup. Maybe they're single and bored and they want somebody to pay attention to them, and they feel that they can get that attention from you. Sometimes people feel okay doing that if during the time of our original relationship, not to be mean, but maybe we were a doormat. Maybe we allowed behavior from them that never should have been allowed to begin with. Maybe we made excuses for their actions, their behavior, their words. And so they're looking at us as being that same person from the past that stood by them through a lot of things that we should have never stood by. And they're assuming that that person that they're texting, calling, inboxing in this time is the same person that existed before. And hopefully you're not. Look through it. Anybody who is really genuinely remorseful of how they treated you, they're going to say that very period point blank. Hey, I am so sorry for what I did. I've done a lot of thinking and growing over the last couple months, weeks, whatever. And I owe you an apology for how I treated you and how I made you feel. And they leave it at that. It's not texting you at 11 o'clock, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, WID. What are you doing? None of your business. That's not what needs to happen. That's not how you apologize or show that you have grown in how you treated somebody. You can have a lot of things going on in your world, and that's completely understandable. Maybe you weren't ready for a relationship. Maybe there was just too much going on in your life at that point. Not a problem. Most times, that's all you have to say. People are very accepting and open to that reality. We all understand what that is like. But how you treat somebody does absolutely nothing but speak to your character and who you are. And as far as I'm concerned, how somebody treats you, and if they're going to ghost you or decide that you no longer fit into their world without letting you know that information and why that is, that's basic human respect. And if you don't have basic human respect for me, then you certainly do not deserve to be in my life in any other capacity. But it takes a lot of work to get to that point for some of us, because when you've been treated negatively in a relationship, it can unfortunately cause you to question your self-worth and question your self-esteem and how do people view me. So don't let somebody else have that level of power over you. Be okay standing up on your own 2 feet. You deserve and you owe it to yourself. Stay single until you find the person that would never dream of treating you that way, because you are so valued and you are so important to them that they can't imagine fumbling it just for what? To try to come back later. No, there's people out there that are going to see your worth, see your value right off rip, no questions asked, and just never make you feel the way that that other person made you feel. So like I said, really do some self-reflection. And for a lot of us, that's really hard to do because we can be our own best defense lawyers. I do these things and it's hard for me to acknowledge why I do those things. Some of us, we feel that we can love the chaos out of somebody. Some of us feel like we want to save somebody and show them what true love is supposed to look like. If you're not a therapist, you're not a counselor, you're not somebody's mom or dad, you are there looking for love and wanting to match energy with somebody who can give that back to you. We're all going to have our own problems to some extent for sure, but there's a difference between having our issues and knowing how to cope with those issues and work on them through having other people as support systems versus having somebody that we want to deal with us as is, even though the way that we might do things hurts somebody else. That's not right. That's not love. So I hope if this helped anybody, please share it or, follow me for more videos. But keep your head up. It's going to get a whole lot easier. A lot of times when those people resurface in our world, we are in a better place. And when we've taken that distance from somebody, we see the whole picture instead of kind of going through everything with our little blinders on. We see it for what it is. And don't go backwards in that, because it hurts when you end up getting hurt again later down the line, especially when we already kind of saw the writing on the wall. We just didn't want it to be true for us. Hang in there, guys. Have a good one.